And we welcome you to Lucas Oil Stadium, which opened back in 2008 here in the Circle City of Indianapolis, Indiana. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Houston Texans and the Indianapolis Colts. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Back 22!
Watson on first down. And this is caught by Curse. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And they may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Down! Blue ready! Blue ready!
On 1st and 10, Watson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. He got 29 yards that time. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. It doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Down! Back 22! Back 22! Come back, come back!
To throw on second is Watson. Over the middle, that's caught by QT. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Down! Back 22! Back 22!
A shotgun snap for Watson. Dumps it complete to Miller. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. The Texans with the first opportunity now from the red zone. 1st and 10 at the 19. From the red zone now, Watson. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Muhammad Wilkerson able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of a yard. After the sack here, 2nd and 11.
Richmond! Hey! Blue ready!
Out of the gun, Watson. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Blue ready! Blue ready! Black down and outfield it!
Now Watson. From the gun, he'll throw. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And the Colts pick it up. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
This is Hines, and nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. On second down, here's Lott. And his pass incomplete.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Here's Lott. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. And here comes the Texans now. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
short-term memory,
and move on to the next series.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. Throwing again on 2nd and 10, Watson. And he comes back with one complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan 1st down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys.
And this is taken in at the 5. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Will Fuller hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Texans have taken the early lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30. Yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
Now Locke steps away to his left. And it's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. They'll fake the handoff. Now Locke. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Christian Covington able to get in there and drop him for a 2-yard loss. Luck and the Colts looking for something big here after the sack. This is 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Luck. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down. He's fresh off that 3-touchdown performance last week that got him AFC Offensive Player of the Week, so you know that he was already on their radar. Now he's maybe even a bigger plane on their radar.
Bigger plane. I mean, he is the big dot on that screen that they're looking at and saying, how in the heck do we stop him? They're going to try a bunch of different things, different people covering him, but right now he's locked in and is in sync with his quarterback.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's Hines. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
And how about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield, and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. And that is incomplete. Kayvon Webster on the defensive side able to get a hand in. There is no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you got your best people in the area to try and take that away.
They are going for it. It's Locke. That's to his running back, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. Got some real estate inside the 30 and down to the 28-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
That one goes for 24 yards.
As far as I'm concerned, Andrew Luck can do it all. I mean, he's an underrated runner, toughness in the pocket.
The Colts with a first red zone opportunity of the ball game. They've got it 1st and goal at the 6. Here's Hines on a toss play. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down is Locke. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. In for the score. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Well, that's That's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
On first down, it's Watson. Wide open receiver complete. 20, 10, touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, 79 yards. And the Texans are able to show off their quick strike ability. Now, he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. They'll fake it. Now Love. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jadeveon Clowney in there for the 20th time this year as he continues what could be a record-setting season. Luck and the Colts looking for something big here after the sack. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Love. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there. His 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 24. From the gun, here's Watson. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. Watson hitting Fuller with a big one. 51 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks, and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive the team towards a victory.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there and picking up the first down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
Now Watson. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick, but instead it falls down incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. Buying time to his left. His throw incomplete. The Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick, there on the coverage. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Muhammad Wilkerson in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Kaimi Fairbairn now to attempt the Texan field goal. This from 36 yards out. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 26. Throwing is Luck. And his throw is going to be incomplete. The Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu, there defensively to make the play.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Back to throw, Luck. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, Luck. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Andre Howe. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
After the interception, here's Watson. The grab made by Kearse over the middle. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Play action for Miller. Now Watson. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We'll come back to Indianapolis right after this. A first down carry now for Miller. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Lamar Miller, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans will add on to their lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
12.
2nd and 10, Luck again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down. Now it's Luck. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Everyone's got 4 down.
Throwing again is Luck. And his throw is incomplete. Kayvon Webster on the defensive side able to get a hand in.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
The Colts on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
Gun.
To the air again. Luck. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Denzel Perryman. And they'll spot him at the 3-yard line. That's now a second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. They get it to him running left. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal. Luck now to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And nothing there on the return. They got the football, but they'll have to start this drive at their own 4-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's second and 4.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this second down call after that type of a game.
He's letting this one go for Fuller. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off here the 32. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. They've got good starting field position as they come up here first and 10. After the interception, it's Luck. And he fends him off. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now a play fake, and it's Luck. Going for the deep ball. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A big play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Colts strike quickly here for 6 points. Terry connecting on the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We now proceed to the start of the second half. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, second and 10. Back to the air, Luck on second down. He'll be dropped at the 30. The shifty move couldn't free him. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to lead to a third down. Throwing on third down, Luck. It's complete to Grant. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now it's Hines. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The Colts on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. Here it's 3rd and 3. A shotgun snap for Locke. Over the middle, complete. That's Doyle. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. Kayvon Webster there to make the tackle. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Here's Locke, and down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. J.J. Watt in there for the 20th time this year as he continues what could be a record-setting season. Luck and the Colts looking for something big here after the sack. This is 3rd and long. Here's Luck. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll go down at the 28. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
And that was a nice catch, and if the goal was to get into field goal range, it certainly appears that they accomplished that.
Well, and sometimes that's what you dial up in these situations, right, when you want 3?
Well, if the goal was to get into field goal territory, even though it'll be a long attempt, I think they accomplished that.
And sometimes you have plays for that. It's not always a first down when you want 3, get a little bit closer, make it an easier shot.
Yeah, sometimes you just have to concede to the defense, and they know what you're trying to get done, and to try and get any more than that is almost folly. Take what you can get, maybe have an opportunity to put 3 points on the board.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's able to get up here to the 26. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Flag 22! Flag 22!
On 2nd down, here's Miller. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
Whether it's what we call an even front or an odd front, and an odd front's real easy to figure out. If that guy is lined up over the nose of the center, typically that's an odd front defense. Odd number of people, meaning 3-4 versus the 4-3, which is an even front. You've got to control those guys in the middle. Whether it's the nose or the 2 defensive tackles in a 4-man front, If those guys can't get moved, you cannot.
Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans have broken the tie. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. On 2nd and 10, Locke. It's caught by Jackson. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. Now Locke. Looking deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. It's a big conversion on 3rd for the Colts. 47 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run with Hines. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, here's Love. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. And Vinatieri's kick is good. And that'll bring him back within 4. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Muhammad Wilkerson in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Richmond.
From the gun, here's Watson. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look, 6 DBs.
Come back, come back. Hey, back 22.
Out of the gun, Watson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Matthias Farley. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Throwing is long. Flushed out right. His throw caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. It's the Colts, so they've got the football, but they've got work to do, trailing here as we begin the 4th quarter. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
674.
They'll come out in the pistol. Here's Love. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Down. Black 22. Black 22. Two jet. Two jet. Two jet. Two jet.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Watson hitting Fuller with a big one. 46 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd in just about a few inches here.
Down. Black 22. Black 22.
They'll run it again with Miller. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring it up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. Now it's Watson underneath for Miller. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Losing 4 yards that time. And now it's 4th down. The Texans send the punter out, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And the Colts getting ready to go. From his goal line here, Luck. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. He's got a man complete. Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Colts have taken the lead here in the 4th. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT, and that gives him a 3-point lead. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. And now out comes Houston. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now a first down throw, Watson. And his throw here's incomplete. Thomas the intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Throwing again is Watson. Going deep for Hopkins. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be taken down inside Indy's 15-yard line. And we continue to see another example here of offenses just going for it.
And this game has really turned into a receiver's dream and a defender's nightmare, because no one's being stopped throwing the ball downfield, and points are going on the board.
A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Down. Black 22.
From the red zone now, Watson. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Green the line! Green the line!
Back to the air, Watson on second down. He's got it. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game. And the Texans have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. They go play action here on first down. He sets to fire deep. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now it's Love. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. And now defensively they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Play action for Miller. Now Watson. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Down! Black 22! Black 22!
A shotgun snap for Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Green the line! Green the line!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. 10th carry now for Lamar Miller. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away.
Black 22! Black 22!
They'll try and run for it with Miller. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, Brennan, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for Houston, it's a critical win for them as it gets them to 9-6 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Jacksonville to take on the Jaguars.